Are we live?
Yes,
We're
we're live.
live and counting down.
Okay, let me just check on our Facebook page to see if we're live because, I mean, you know what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, that happens. All right, I'm checking my end. We're doing the technical stuff, folks. Oh, yep, there's notifications.
Okay, I see we're live here. So it should be live on the other channels. Let's see here. It says Facebook, Facebook group, YouTube, Twitch. Okay, there we go.
Live.
Yes.
Me live.
So make sure to share, you guys. If we have anyone watching, make sure to share your video, share our video with your friends so that you can share the awesomeness that we're going to have today. Other channels, let's see here. It says
I'm trying to shut me up.
Facebook group, YouTube, Twitch. Okay.
We're just going to turn that down. Okay. I shutted me up.
Let's see. I'm just making sure. Yep. Show it here.
Live for this week's episode of Late Night.
Yeah, it shows that I shared it.
Shared?
It doesn't even give me an option to add information. Here, let me see.
I don't have a problem.
I have it just shares. It doesn't give me an option, and then I have to go back and edit it.
Okay. All right, folks. Tonight we are talking about getting ready for summer. We're going to be talking about summer fashion, barbecue tips, camping trips, stuff you can improvise. And we're going to have some really interesting updates for this week for both Svea and I, including how well Svea did graduating from medical school this week.
Yeah, I did.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
I was not kidding?
Yeah, no, seriously.
Okay, because Svea is now a full-blown, honest to goodness, not a medical doctor.
Correct. Of course. I'm getting a phone call.
Are you kidding? Is that your ringtone? Okay, folks, while Svea is on the phone, and obviously, I care more about the show and our audience, while Svea is just chatting away as I'm looking at her on there, she's going to kill me if I put her live on there. I think I will. So Svea doesn't know I'm doing this at the moment. Oh, crap. I'm caught. Okay. So, I'm caught.
James, I could hear you the whole time. You're like, now the Svea isn't paying attention. I'm like, I could hear the whole conversation you had.
I couldn't hear you, but you could hear me.
Yeah, because
that's a violation of trust.
Oh my goodness, you're just silly. Joya's here. Yay!
Hello, Joya.
My
you
pally.
beat the president.
My pally from up north.
Pally or BFF?
Pally.
Pally?
I guess she's my BFF up there because I don't have any other BFFs up there.
You have regional BFFs?
Yeah, actually, I've had some BFFs I've known since I was 12 years old.
How long have you known Joya?
I've known her for probably, let's see, I'm trying to think. Goodness, I probably have known her for maybe like 8 years.
Okay, that's good.
Because we had 3 years of COVID, so like I didn't see her for a few years, right?
For a few years.
Yeah, like we didn't see. I mean, you have to count that time, right? And like I met her at the powwow. She came over and we just like chatted and just became friends.
Besties right there on the spot.
I'm sure you've had that. You see, at least a decade. It probably because we've been going to Stanford powwow for probably at least 10 years.
Got it.
Yeah. So anyway.
Well, I always remember reading someplace that says that a person goes through a set of friends about every 5 years. Most people you'll meet, you won't keep in contact with after 5 years. And ones after more than 5 years, you're likely to stay in contact real long term.
Yeah.
Like the oldest friend I got is, it's a toss up between two of the oldest friends is going to be either a dude named Matt Green, who's a buddy of mine up in Montana, or a dude named Jerry Rounds. Both have strong histories with, and I haven't seen him for several years, but we chat on Facebook. So it's a choice between those two, and I've known them both since I was in about the people I regularly talk to. I've known them since I was in 8th grade.
Honestly, I think that the oldest friend that I have that I'm still in touch with, pretty consistently is my friend from when I was 12. Because we met at a Girl Scout horse camp.
Girl Scout horse camp?
Yeah, Girl Scout horse camp in Camp Winaka back when I was in, I think, 7th grade. And
Okay.
we became friends, and she was, I think she was being picked on for some, I don't even know why the girls were picking
Hey, why
on
are you picking on her?
I don't know. She's a really sweet girl. And so we just like became friends. And I'm like, hey, you need to move to our cabin. Our cabin's nice. And she moved to our cabin and everyone loved her and we were all friends. And so she was really happy because it was like, yeah.
You sure you weren't the bully?
Friends since then. Huh?
That's awesome. You sure you weren't the bully?
No. Mean. But yeah. So no, I think that's I just recently got in touch with my friend from being like I knew her since I was maybe 7 or 8, but she lived in Los Angeles, and I just found her on Facebook like last year or something. And I found her brother and her, and I was like, oh my gosh, I've known them forever, but I haven't been in touch with them forever.
I'm gonna bet a word. If you know them forever, it's called forevers. Forevers. As a matter of fact, Joy says in the comments, we made it past the 5-year mark, Svea. Woot woot.
Yep, that's true. That's true.
All right, 3.5 minutes to go. Let's see. Amongst the updates this week is like what your projects, businesses, and then we got to announce how finals went.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, don't give anyone clues.
I'm not giving them. I'm not doing it.
Don't give them any clues.
Folks, we're gonna give how the finals went this week in the for the medical class I've been taking the last 10 weeks. Finals were just this week, and it'll be a story. So, matter of fact, let me go grab a couple things I forgot for props for the show.
Oh yeah. You forgot it.
Can you handle the audience for 1 minute?
Yes.
You're not going to train wreck the show, right?
No.
All right.
Okay, Mom. Seriously.
It's not on. It's on Facebook.
Yes, it's on Facebook.
Oh, I got it.
Okay, go away.
No, the other one I can't get easily. I don't know why. The afternoon one.
Okay. My mom, she's been having technical difficulties. She's trying to watch the show, but she doesn't watch the show with me. She watches it in her bedroom, and she's wearing the original Snuggie. She's wearing her jacket backwards. But yeah, so hey, everyone, be prepared to really, really cheer and get excited. James is back.
Okay.
James is back.
All right. Okay, folks, let us know who else is what. We got a number of people watching. Let's let us know who you are, where you're from.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Joy is here.
Obviously Joy is here, but we need El Presidente. And I want to make sure that these people watching, that not 3/4 of them are old cell phones lying around Svea's house with in her mom's bedroom.
Or one of them's mom.
Yeah. Oh, last week when I was doing the kitten update, I looked over mom's lying in her bed, watching on her phone. I'm like, the show's like 10 feet away from you. She's like, I know, but I'm tired. I'm like, you watching the show? And I'm like, walking by her room looking at it going, all right.
Show. My mom goes to her bedroom and watches the show. See, she said mom's watching. She goes to her room and watches it.
Let's say right there, mom is watching.
Mm-hmm.
No misbehaving, Svea. Mom will walk in during the show and go, hey, Svea, how come there's no sound on my phone? Sorry, Tris. We're having fun. We're having fun. Because that didn't happen last week.
Yeah, I know.
1 minute.
She did that for me for my Facebook Live on Thursday as well.
Did she do that?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I took a screenshot because I get on when you do your live and I do like one trolling comment and I'm not.
I saw it. I didn't have a chance to. I didn't really talk about it much because I had to get through a bunch of products really fast.
Yeah, it looked like you had a little bit of technical difficulty going on too.
I did because I don't know why my computer was not recognizing that I restarted my computer. I don't know why I wasn't recognizing the second camera. It was weird.
Gotcha. Oh wait, okay. Let's do this as Smarty College Academia to count down from 10. Are you ready? Let's show how smart we are. Counting down from 10.
But we have like over 10 seconds.
I know. We're college smarties. We're going to do this educated wise. Ready?
You want to do it at the same time?
Do this sophisticated like college people.
You do it at the same time?
And 10,
9,
7, 5, 4, 3,
5,
8, 15 and a half.
Weirdo. Yay!
And
No.
Indian time. Wait, showtime. And there we go. It's time for Late Night Craft Talk with hosts Svea Yang and James Hermes. Let's get the fun started. It's time to start the show. Boom. Hello, folks. Welcome to Late Night Craft Talk.
Hello, everyone. Hey, wait a second.
What? We missing? Every time you do that, I will hurl. You get me dizzy like that. I will go like this through the show, and next thing you know, I'm up like this, and there's a mess.
I know, like
it happens.
Because I'm like,
absolutely.
Okay,
right. Let's get her going.
So, everyone, this is our show, Late Night Craft Talk. If you haven't joined us before, we do the show every week, and we try to have a lot of fun. Of course, Maya's here, our official president.
Finally, Maya.
I know, she's late. We have to announce it during the show. I mean, geez. Okay.
Maya, we have to take time, our valuable hour. Exactly. And announce you're here. Yes. Instead of continuing on with the show on our important subjects. You need to be earlier.
Yes, because we're supposed to talk about you during the first 10 minutes of our intro show.
And this, you lose your chance to just roll in the attention and sunshine we give you.
Exactly. Maya. So we do the show every week, and we have it on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. You can watch it on the Dancing Bear Facebook group. Make sure to comment, of course, like, follow. If you do that, you will get notified if there's anything happening. So you'll see when we have videos coming up. So that's a really good thing.
And we typically...
Go ahead, James. He always talks over me while I'm talking. Okay.
I thought you took a breath and we're done. You're misleading me.
Okay. Well, so anyway, hey, James.
Yes.
What's been going on with Velcro Rack Traders this week?
I'm getting the website back up finally. I'm getting emails a few a week. People asking a message and going, website up yet? I'm like, wait till school's done, because I thought it would be a 6-unit class. It was an 11-unit class. Finally, I can get the website. That's like this weekend's project. Not going anywhere. I'm working on the website, take a picture, get stock up.
Awesome.
Because that's a lot. Anyway, that's what's going on. Otherwise, our next show, we will be, normally this weekend, we're at Valley Center Rodeo in Valley Center, California, not far from Dancing Bear, where they're at Escondido. But unfortunately, they're not able to hold the rodeo this year, but we will be back at Imperial Beach Powwow, right by the pier, Father's Day weekend, which I believe is the 17th and 18th of June. We will be there. Ocean Breeze Powwow. Great things together. I just have to remember and resist temptation to bring a surfboard again, especially south of the pier, because Tijuana's right there and there's pollution. Anyway, but beautiful place, Surf City, USA. What's going on with Dancing Bear?
Well, this last week and a half, we were working with a high school student named Ella, and she actually was doing this really cool project. I wish I had cool projects like this in high school. She worked with she was taking a photography class, and the photography class the teacher had put a call out to like a Facebook group and said, are there any local businesses that need some product photos taken? We have a project for our kids. Please let me know. So I'm like, hey, this is a great opportunity to spend time with, a person and teach them all kinds of stuff. Anyway, so we were really excited. So she was able to work with us for probably about 4 or 5 days. And we took probably about 160 photos.
That's a lot of photos.
And she took the photos, she labeled the photos, and we uploaded them to our website. I have to
Nice.
go through and fix a couple things. There's just a few I have to fix. It's going to take a little bit of time to upload because I have to go and upload some stuff and just kind of.
Sorry, just got a little upset stomach. It just, oof. Okay. All right.
So anyway, we had a really great time, and we just uploaded a whole bunch of. We have grad stoles.
Oh,
We have tons of grad stoles we're doing. Tons of grad stoles. So if you guys need any grad stoles, please don't wait till the last minute because we're trying our best to get them out as fast as possible. And it's crazy. So we have been having our helpers sew them for us, and we've been cutting them and ordering blankets like every other day. So it's been nuts. That's been huge. Coming up, I'm going to be doing some tie-dye t-shirts. I'm going to try to get to it this weekend. I have to make more because I sold out of the cotton candy ones, and I have a new version, a new color combination I'm going to do, which I'm very excited about. And so that's pretty cool. So I'm working on the tie-dye, and then I'm trying to think if there's something else that's like, we just got a whole bunch of new fabrics. They're just beautiful. I was talking about them. There's this really cool design we got in, and I was just flipping out about it. I'm sorry. I talked about it during our live on Thursday, and it was pretty good stuff. So that's the majority of what's going on with Dancing Bear right now.
Got it. Okay.
Oh, and then also our store's going to close on Monday because we're observing Memorial Day because it's we would like to give our employees a day off to rest and spend time with family.
Okay. Next part.
Yeah, James.
School. Okay. Folks. So we talked about it a little bit last week. This week was finals for the EMT class I've been taking at Crafton Hills College. Mind you, give you quick stats. This is normally a 16-week course. It is considered one of the more difficult classes, even though it's entry level in the EMS. I'm trying not to burp. That was real. Okay. They run a very, very comprehensive program, one of the best in the programs in the state of California. What's normally considered a 6 to 8 unit class at other colleges is 11 at this college with all the concurrent online class you have to take. And mind you, this is a 10-week condensed class. In all reality, it's 9 weeks to get everything. And then the 10th week is final. So it's a tough class. We've covered, as you viewers know. And Monday was the written finals. Wednesday, just a couple days ago, was the skills assessment finals, where we run through all these skills we have to learn, how to use traction splint and issue issue Narcan and all this other stuff, including going through a fairly rigorous medical assessment, medical scenario, and get assessed on that. And it's like, it's either you pass or you don't. And then when based on trauma. Monday consisted of 200 questions. You got an hour and a half to answer. So basically 1 minute a question to answer one block of questions, 100 questions, and then a 5-minute break, and then you get an hour and a half to answer this second block of 100 questions. That thing was a beast. I walked out with my brain as oatmeal. I'm going, ugh. But here's the score from Monday. I did very, very, very well on the written essay, the written final. So that part done. I've been a bit weak because I got this going on, and being in the room with people talking and going around, I'm like, they gotta make it. I gotta get assessed with like one instructor and then one other person in the room. That's just the way it is. Thank you, Maya. So Wednesday was a bit of an adventure. Last week I was kind of feeling the spirit of things, and let me line up something here right quick. Why is that not showing up? Okay, I think I know. Hold on. We have a PowerPoint with pictures that's not showing up for some reason.
No, it's there. Do you want me to put it up?
Nope. Okay. You know what? We'll go with it. Okay. I'll put it up. So Wednesday was the written final. Excuse me. Wednesday was the assessments. I breezed through everything. Finally finished with how to do child delivery. If you're pregnant, I can deliver your kid now. So do that. Had to learn how to do neonate resuscitation, basically CPR on a newborn baby. And I definitely know the difference between, I know what paragravida is. Do that. Then the final one, a medical assessment I did, but there was a little mark. I got one little part wrong. Thank you, Caroline. Got one little part wrong, but I passed the medical assessment. Then came the trauma. That was the last one. I was the last one of the day. It was myself and the lead instructor because he knows how to work with me on this. I am the ADA student in the class. That isn't a mark on anybody, but he knows how to work with me because we've talked quite a bit. And this ain't easy in that class. So we did the medical assessment. We ran it through. He goes, "You did fine." So, folks, this was the result. I passed. That is the certificate from Crafton Hills College. And believe me, folks, I was putting it 60-40, not in my favor to pass this class. I did a ton of studying and busted my butt for 2 weeks, just concentrating on the final. I had friends that were in medical that were running me through assessments to get me locked down. So 10 weeks of busting my ass on an amazing program, did it. And you can see right there, program director and primary instructor is Glenn Thronson. He's a paramedic. Glenn is amazing instructor. And this is his first class he's ever taught. He's worked as a paramedic for like 10 years, EMT 20 years ago. First class. Glenn, if you watch the show and we've talked, you are amazing. Thank you, Carol Ann. So, believe me, this was a damned challenge too. So, also occasionally watch the show. I'm friends with him on Facebook. He's the reason I took the program. Kyle Gonring was the lead instructor of the class. Kyle, you are an amazing instructor. If you catch this, you're awesome, folks. If you want to take a good program and you're in that area, go check out Crafton. I'm not riding for the brand. They're just, the instructors are that good and that working with me. And believe me, I was the slowest one in the class. And 9 years older than the instructor and twice as old as most of the students. Practically all the students. And to give you an idea how successful this program is, there was one class on the main campus taught by another instructor. This is how good these instructors are. It started with 40 people. It ended with 16. This was a semester-long class. So there's a high dropout rate. When I took this and then helped with teaching it in the 90s, we started off with 45 people in the class. It dropped to 11. There's a high dropout rate. It is a tough class. This class started with 20 people. 3 dropped out within the first 2 weeks because they're always late to class and they're like, "Oh, I can't do this." And out of all the students, and this person, the student did an amazing job as it is. This is not easy, but we finally had 13 people on Monday. Only one didn't pass the finals, and it was barely didn't pass. She barely didn't pass. She was close to it. And she's an amazing individual. So we only had one dropout. This class started with 20, ended with 13.
Wow.
So that was the math. That seems like not much when you figure out the ratios, but actually more than half the class passed. That is an amazing retention rate in this class. And it's because these instructors spent that much time encouraging the students, working with them, doing it. And thumbs up.
Yay.
And just to give a little bit more here, I got a notion last week and I painted some feathers, and I had the class where we met ahead of time before the instructors got there to show. Here we go. Wait. There we go. I painted 3 feathers. Folks, these are I call the EMS feathers. The logo of EMS is a 6-pointed star, usually with a blue background with a snake wrapped around a pole that represents, I forget off the top of my head, but it's something from Greek mythology. I'll remember it in a few minutes, probably when we're beyond this subject. but because of the snake on a feather and the pole, there's actually deeply held beliefs in a lot of customs, native customs, about the snake on there. So I did approximations of the snake on the first two, and the one on the right is more closely resembles the 6-point star of EMS. The others, and I don't have really a way to zoom in on these. Let me try, and that's not going to happen. There we go. We'll just keep it there. But those are the 3 feathers I painted. 2 went to the main instructors, and the third went to another EMT that came in to volunteer time with the class that did a very good job with a big heart, and that's we gave it to him. So that's the feathers we painted. Like I said, did it on a whim, and the only thing missing was, you know, you get a nice congratulations, a nice certificate. Let me go back to us. And when we ended the class, the instructor gave us a nice certificate, which we showed. Here it is, right there. And what's really cool is we got these, and I can't pass this until I can't wear it until I wear I passed the national EMT exam. That's separate from the college. That'll be in July. We get one of these.
Ooh, look at that patch.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that craft show called Make It, and they like literally give an award and it's a patch.
Got it.
That's awesome.
That's all about it. So these ain't cheap either. The instructor bought this out of his own pocket. So he's pretty amazing guy. The only thing we didn't have was an official graduation from it. It's like, you know, it's kind of an entry-level thing. You get your certificate, there it is, but you put a lot into it.
But James,
James,
I have an idea.
What?
What if we did a late night craft talk graduation special just for you?
Okay, normally people know I don't celebrate my birthday just to think about putting yourself out and bragging, but you know what? I've worked my butt off for this. I'm game.
Let's do it, James.
Let's do it. All right, folks.
Do a late night craft talk graduation for James.
Okay, first of all, what do we need for graduation? We need a crowd. What we need, that's not supposed to be there. That was not supposed to be the slide that popped
I'm
up.
sorry. I thought that
First,
was
we need a graduate. We need a room.
Yes.
This is we have all our graduates there at Late Night Craft Talk University, and EMS program graduates. There they are, and they're all lined up. So we got that. We got this.
Those are your 13 students.
Those are 13 students. Look at that. That's just camera angles. What we're missing now, folks. What did I just do? Don't do that. Okay. The only thing we're now missing is the head of the EMS program, somebody inspiring that everybody got into medicine for.
And we actually contacted him in advance so that he could be in attendance for this very special occasion, just for all you.
Yes, folks. We got Dookie Hauser, MD.
Yes, we did.
Dookie Hauser. I need to get dressed up for this. I got to do it. Okay. So, folks, Dookie Hauser's on. I got to put on the stethoscope.
Okay, James, you got to take off your hat now. You have to put your other hat on.
I am putting on the other hat.
Okay, but take off your other. Okay. All
no, right. I like this hat. There we go. We got the gown and the little tassel. I don't know what the tradition is with that. And because it's med school, well, not med school, EMT class.
You're going to wear surgical gloves?
I've got to wear the surgical gloves. Got to put these on.
Yeah.
I have so many of these. I grab a couple and stick in my pocket with the BDUs we had to wear in class. And by the way, I'm not going to miss this in the class. The boots we had to wear. God, my green screen's rolling over the place. The boots. I'm not going to miss the boots. I hate the boots.
Yeah.
Okay. We got this. We got the stethoscope. What else we need?
Okay. Well, how about we need a graduation speech?
We need a graduation speech. You're right. I'm going to have to skip ahead on that part. First of all,
you need to have your walking. You need to have your the walk.
Okay, let's go do that. So, folks, we're going to have the walk.
Okay, walk, James.
Huh?
You're walking in your chair.
I'm walking.
Like you're walking. Okay,
That's the
everyone.
music you want to hear from when your medic comes walking up in an emergency.
Okay, everyone. Okay, everyone, sit down. We're gonna have a opening speech. The graduates.
Hi. Boy, my name is.
We're gonna pause that till that damn music's over again. Why are you doing that? Stop! Stop, please. The band.
Okay, this is
The band
really.
we didn't play. We didn't
This
play
is a
too
legit.
much.
This is a legit technical issue.
We got it. Okay, we got the joke. We can stop now, please. My graduation sucks.
Hi. Boy, my name.
My PowerPoint should be piggy and odd. Okay, now we have the graduation speech.
Wait, start it over. Start over.
I'm not starting it over. I'm going to go with this with it.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I'm not going to tempt that music again. We go a third time. I'm going to need to be a medic to myself. Okay. Why did it do that?
I don't know, James.
I have no idea why it's doing this. Okay.
Hi. Boy, my name is Chewy. I wanted to say that the graduates of 2023, they worked really hard because they needed to make sure that they learned a lot of stuff like be smart stuff like. So I just wanted to tell you, because I'm Chewy, that I'm proud of all the graduates and their hard work and stuff because I don't know. It's 2023.
Absolutely. That's awesome.
That was
And,
actually pretty impressive because people don't know this, but Chewy's very smart and he does speeches all the time.
That is an impressive speech as Doogie Howser MD would give.
Yes, exactly.
But folks, we made it. There we go. I'm going to bring the cursor over here and not risk playing that again. But next step, the next classes may not be so dynamic. Yep, Wendy,
Yes.
good speech.
You like the speech. I know. It was so just I felt like it was really important that was said at that graduation. So well done, James.
How much peanut butter did you give him to make him go?
He ate a lot of peanut butter.
Okay. All right. Next up is summer class is going to be, for me, working toward a degree in biology. And pre-med classes is going to be medical terminology, both over the summer courses. Next one is also public speaking, an elective aptitude for communications. And then this fall semester will be college algebra and probably human anatomy and physiology. Human anatomy and physiology is one of those classes that blows your mind away. But the summer's kind of easy doing that one. And the next step from what's called continuing education, a little bit of helping with classes if I'm asked to. But the big one is pass the NREMT, starting volunteer. I've already got some inquiries for volunteering at some clinics. And the other part is in the first week of August, I will be up in Flagstaff, Arizona for a 5-day wilderness first responder training. So that when I'm done, I will have the official title of Wilderness EMT, which means I'm the guy you want helping you out in the middle of nowhere with limited resources.
Okay.
I'll be qualified for that. So cool stuff. That's another $1,000 course, but totally worth it through Knowles National Outdoor Leadership School. Okay, on with the show.
I know, right? Okay, so are we going to talk about summer fashion first?
Yes, we can. Let's do a little intro. I had a slide for that, but I'm not going to bring up the PowerPoint because I'm going to delete those slides while we're doing the show because I don't want to risk coming a third time.
Listening to the kazoo singing the Pomp and Circumstance again and again, ending with Star Wars. Yeah.
Please no. But we can get the slide is not supposed to do that. Okay, let's try this again because we got the slide. I got it all nice. There we go. Okay, shall we? I've always been in wilderness medicine. Why are you doing this?
You want to know how to make a taco better?
No,
my
this is a
taco-
video that's too early. Folks, we're being plagued by gremlins and ghosts. And
Does your
I think I know
computer
what
have
it
a
is.
virus on it, James?
No, it's the scroll wheel on the mouse. I just
Are you
figured it out.
sure? Are you sure it doesn't have a virus, James?
No, it's the scroll wheel on the mouse. I guarantee it at this point. Okay, now we got the slide. We can do it. Don't you move, slide. What just happened?
I don't know. I'm letting you do it because I don't screw it up.
I don't know. Okay, there we go. My mouse is being funky. Getting ready for summer.
Yes. Oh my goodness. So can
Yes.
you believe we are already at the end of May of 2023? Holy moly. Is it just me or is this year just spinning so fast?
I got to admit, there's a lot that's happened since January, and it doesn't seem that long ago. And you got to remember, think, all this stuff happened in the last few months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of stuff's been happening. It just seems still like I had my friend tell me last week, oh yeah, so Memorial Day's coming up. And I'm like, gee, really? Like I'm just thinking to myself, how is it so quickly here? Anyway, just something I noticed it.
It's cray.
I know. Now we have to talk about summer stuff. I'm like, oh.
All right. First off, we can start off with summer fashion.
Yes. Summer fashion.
What do you have lined up for your summer fashion? And what are the fashion trends this summer? As I Google it.
Well, for sure, tie-dye is very popular still. I see tie-dye on so many people. It's crazy. So definitely, I say tie-dye is really a big thing this summer. And of course, bright colors. Who doesn't want to wear neon and bright colors when it's all nice and bright and hot outside? I got a really cute shirt that's like in the other room. Do you want me to go grab it?
Sure.
I'm
trying to line up.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Folks, while she's out going over there and getting her summer fashion, I want to show you some fashions that I've lined up, maybe footwear wise, what you might want and might not want to check out. So what we're going to look at is, first of all, boots. You don't want station boots. They're big, clunky, and don't look good in a bikini. I know I've tried and I was asked to please change, but keep the boots on. Flip-floppies, yes, Maya. These are good if you're wearing Doc Martens and you're like, 15 or 17. Don't wear these to the beach unless your name is Rambo, you're active duty military on deployment, or you're like just total goth. With that, other summer fashions. I had some stuff lined up. This other summer fashions are when you go to the beach, don't bring your VR goggles just because you want to pretend you're someplace else. These are very good if you want to go to barbecues with family and they're extremely boring. You can image yourself some other place, but people, they'll know you're doing that. It'll be kind of obvious because you'll be going, yay, all right, I'm just kicking at the beach when you're at the barbecue. And somebody's going, are we boring you? So bad idea with that one. As we're still waiting for Svea and James forgot to bring props for this part of the show.
Okay.
All right, good. You're back in time.
I went to grab my other shirt and I thought it was dry and it was still wet and it was like, oh. Okay. So I found this really cute shirt at Disneyland and it's a Polynesian and super colorful and super fun. This is Dan's shirt. This is really a trend. A lot of the guys are wearing shirts like pattern shirts.
Yeah.
And they're also wearing lots of bright colored shirts like this one. Look how fun this is.
That can be pulled. If you style that right, that can be pulled off well.
Isn't this fun? Like this summer, chilling, grilling. There's flamingos and flowers and hot dogs. So anyway, it's kind of fun. I wanted to
Yep.
share
Right
that.
now, I'm actually Googling to get summer fashion trends going right now. The internet is being oh so weird right now. Okay. We're going to go ahead and what should I go to? Is Venus.com or Shine.com for trendy, cute summer dresses?
Sure.
Or I'm looking for one. There's
Oh, here. Do you want to look at
fashion.
17's top cutest, 11 cutest summer fashion trends that'll slay on your vacay?
Oh, I got the Vogue. We both got good sources now. I got Vogue right here.
Okay, so you want me to show you mine?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, let's do the 17. Okay. So the 11 cutest summer fashion trends that will slay on vacay. Okay, the sun's out, birds are chirping, classes are finally finishing up for the year. James, you can ditch the school uniform and shove your puffer coat back into your closet. So yeah, it's basically the best time of year. Okay, let's see. Athletic headbands. Ooh, those are very trendy. What do you think, James?
I wear it. I rock that.
Simple white tank tops.
I wouldn't rock that. Only good guys wear white. I can't wear white.
Okay, long jeans.
I do the middle one.
Tennis bracelets. Ooh, those are kind of fun. High shine mermaid core. Hey, you could like totally wear that mermaid fabric, James.
I would.
Mm-hmm. I want to say on the way to Pilates, so make it look like you're going to exercise. Light as air, fluffy clothes. Okay. So, like pirate shirts. Sheer dresses and slips. Okay. There we go. The 70s are back. Okay. See, remember I was telling you about this shirt? This is kind of 70s, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes. Tube tops. Hey, James. Tube tops are back in.
I never thought they were out of style with me.
Oh my goodness, the soggies. Disco Lorex. And what does Vogue say?
I'm actually typing in men's summer fashions. And here's Vogue, the top 15 men's summer fashions. I'm going to be seeing this as we're doing this. Yes, I'll accept cookies. Always accept cookies. I'm just getting it.
You're only if they're Oreo, double chocolate, double stuffed, dark chocolate Oreo.
Oh, absolutely. Okay. So let me go ahead and share screen right quick. And we're going to do it with this one. Here we go. These are, according to Vogue magazine, the 2023 men's summer fashions.
Okay,
how will men's dress for spring, summer 2023. Just to paraphrase here like that, it's the buzz surrounding the 2000s and the MTV generation feeds the creativity of designers. Here we have rounded out the fashion trends that will make the men's spring, summer 2023 season, including biker influences, full denim looks, Western accents, cargo pants, and floral prints. Oh, great. Tommy Llama's Stetson cowboy hat and bell bottoms.
Well, I told you the floral prints.
Let's take a look what they got. Soft sensuality.
Ooh,
zoom in on that.
Biker.
Biker. Okay, here's the sensuality.
That's weird.
What am I looking at?
I don't know, James.
This is the most I can zoom in on it. What?
I think that you are in a much better place with the Teen Vogue. I mean, the 17 magazine.
What was it? It was Vogue. But let's go ahead and see what they got for biker. spotted on Bella Hadid and Elsa Hosk. I don't know who those are. The biker trend is
Bella
making
Hadid
a
is
comeback
like
in men's wardrobes.
Bella Hadid is a very popular model.
I don't know what's cool and what ain't. So what we have here is Prada, Dress Van Noten, and Alex. And that's the biker influence. Folks, if one percenter, which is, the kind of like Hell's Angels types or think Sons of Anarchy, saw somebody wearing that as the biker influence,
I don't think they would think that's a biker influence.
let's just say no. And we'll leave it at that because everything else would border on ethics and legalities. Okay. So, how the hell they come up with this? Okay.
Topless. Ooh. Interesting. Looks like that one guy's wearing a tube top.
What the? Beep, 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 beep. And,
okay.
Wow, I got nothing. I can't say anything about it without getting in trouble with society.
You know what, James? I think that you should have looked up, let's see.
Blue jeans. We'll see what they do with blue jeans. The middle one ain't bad. The guy on the left, there's a picture of blue jeans on his shirt while he's wearing blue jeans. Why? And then the guy in the middle, I could see a yuppie wearing that in a Western bar, a honky tonk.
Okay, James, I have a better one for you. I found a better men's fashion.
I want to see how far this goes. We're just going to round it out. Y2K, MTV generation.
Oh my god.
Middle dude, not bad. Guy on the left, it's a goth wears laundry shrank when he was washing it. Western. You ain't gonna see that on the Dutton Ranch. Flower power.
James, I could see you wearing that green jacket in the middle. 100%.
If you pay me enough money or make a big enough bet. Cargo pants. This is kind of tame compared to the others. Motif mania.
Oh my goodness, James.
Skater boy. The
Skater
dude in the
boy,
middle
it looks like the middle one
broke a skateboard.
It looks like a skateboard in the middle has been broken on that sweater.
I think the guy on the left's wearing something that looks like Doc Martens plus gladiator lace-up sandals. Back to childhood. Good God. Okay, that's not bad. Trench coat. Oh wow.
For the summer? That's weird.
It gets cold up north. And then bold colors.
James, I have a much better men's summer fashion suggestion.
Please, because apparently what I've chose to show in the show for men's summer fashions is not really working too well.
No. Okay, so I went to GQ. And I looked up summer fashions trends. Okay. For this year. So they're saying sleeker trenches. Okay, so trench coats, right? Zip-up hoodies, which that's totally like that could be a summer thing.
Not in Indio.
Freaky fleece hats. I don't know if these are freaky, but fleece hats. Cold summer beach. What the heck just happened? Did I just go to a new page? Okay. Tanks and trousers. Remember they're talking about tank tops? So that's on trend with women's. Capital D dress pants. Oh, there's a swear word here. Hold on a second.
Love you flip-flops. Love you flip-flops. I'm paraphrasing.
Bombers, so bomber jackets. Silky ear scarves. Defussed button-ups. Dainty footwear. That's weird. Oh, I guess, okay, that. Boss level blazers. Tucked in everything. Okay. See, that's much better, would you say?
Yes,
It's
but
not scary.
as Wendy Hodges pointed out, catwalk fashion is always weird. Let's just say we dress down from there.
Yeah.
And Maya's got to point out, not
Yeah.
my clothes, not my childhood clothes.
Yeah, look what Maya also said. She's like, yuck. Joya's laughing. Okay, look, she said, Joya says, thank goodness I have 2 white tank tops. She's on trend.
You're on trend. Okay. I can tell you what I saw in Palm Springs last night. We do the weekly market.
Yeah.
We had a lot of, it's a major holiday weekend. The weather is unseasonably, thank goodness, cool. What I was seeing a lot in Palm Springs was, the girls tend to like to wear like the shorty shorts. It's been a thing for a while, the Daisy Dukes. But they're wearing like sundresses. But what are those things where you have like the really thin fabric or see-through that they wear that comes here and then like goes down to the ankles, even though they may be wearing, I don't even know what it's called. Or you can't picture it. But a lot of them are wearing like the oversized shower shoes, slides that like Kanye wears, whatever his name is now. But the trending footwear is 2-strap Birkenstocks and Birkenstock Boston still.
Yeah.
That's the trendy thing, which I mean, honestly, I've been wearing those since I was in high school. The Bostons. That's the trendy thing, and Chacos and platform Converse, white platform Converse shoes.
Yes. It's interesting that they didn't talk about tie-dye. There's so much tie-dye out there still.
Quite.
Yes. And then, like I said, floral shirts, colorful and floral shirts, straight out of the closet. So
Got it. I can't even joke, but I got nothing. I'm still weirded out from Vogue. It's fashion. I'm like, it's still on my screen right here, and I'm still looking at it going,
you're like, what the hell?
I'm just gonna like kill that right now. We're gonna kill that tab. Done. I'm getting rid of men's fashion. So we've covered summer fashion trends. What's next on the list for kickstarting summer?
So one of the things that we had was summer foods, healthy and not as healthy.
Okay.
So do you want to show that video that I shared with earlier?
So we have a 2-part video that Svea, do you want to go ahead and introduce that video while I get it loaded up real quick?
So one of the things that we really love here is we just are kind of lazy sometimes, and we really just like to eat Jack in the Box tacos. I know that sounds really sacrilegious and sounds terrible, but sometimes we're in a rush, and and this even could be a really cool thing you could do for a party. So if you need to bring food to a party and you don't have a lot of time, what I do is I actually get a cutting board and I cut up a whole bunch of fresh toppings for those tacos. So what I'll do is I'll cut like fresh lettuce, I'll cut tomatoes, onions, avocado, cilantro, and I put all of them, I leave them on the cutting board. So it's almost like a charcuterie board. And so it's good because, you just have tongs or you have a spoon or fork to pick up things. And then you can put all the stuff on and you make it so good. So good. So the video that I have is what we had for dinner, but this would actually be a really good suggestion. Like if you wanted to do a potluck, didn't have a lot of time, and it's actually not super unhealthy. It's kind of unhealthy, but at the same time, when you put all that good stuff on it, it makes it better.
Okay, right. Can we play it?
Okay, yeah.
So here is what we got.
How to make a taco better. This is my taco charcuterie board. So I put on tomatoes, onions, avocado, cilantro, and lettuce. And we just buy Jack in the Box tacos. It makes them so much better. And you could do just as, you could do this way. You could have your meat separate. But we found that this is super easy. And it's kind of a cool way to have the food available to add and customize your own tacos. And we, like I said, we get our tacos from Jack in the Box. So it's a kind of a quick meal, kind of a quick idea for a potluck barbecue.
Okay, and part two.
what your tacos will look like out of the bag. And this is what the tacos look like after I added them, all the goodies from the taco charcuterie board. And you can see they're kind of just munched up. But this is super yummy. This makes much better, tastes much better than this. This, much better than this. This, much better.
And that is taco charcuterie board.
Yes, and it's definitely putting that, it's in elevating those cheap tacos to make them taste like $1 million. And I swear that's my idea. I didn't even look it up on TikTok or Instagram, I promise.
No, this was when you texted me this evening. You said this. I was like, that is genius when I'm texting you back here like what, 3 hours ago about
Yeah,
this.
because you're going to use the cutting board. And if you put them all in bowls, it's like you have 5 bowls you have to wash now. Or you just like cut it all up on the board, push it aside, cut it on the board, push it aside, cut it on the board, push it aside. And you have all that stuff. And it's like, it's ready to go. And then it, like I said, it tastes so much better because it's just adding a lot of freshness to it, which to me, actually, I usually put too much lettuce on the plate. And then what I'll do is after I eat my tacos, I kind of use my lettuce to pick up all the extra little goodies of like all the extra stuff that fell down.
Got it. I got nothing because I've been cheering for the show with the stuff and the Doogie Howser thing and all that.
I know.
But, I think you just stole the show right there with the taco charcuterie board. So with that, that right there does it. I mean, tacos, summer. Everything else is just number 3 in the list.
Yes. So now in regards to like we were talking about potluck barbecue survival tips. So I was going to give you guys some good tips on how to not overdo it at a barbecue where there's all kinds of food that you just can get really, you may get really full or you may not feel, you want to eat everything. So one of the things I really suggest is to really, really fill your plate with lots of veggies first. Go and do all the veggies first. So get like a bunch of like get the carrots, the dip, celery, broccoli, and salad. Try to do all the vegetables first. And then put some of the, like if you want like ribs, have 1 rib. Don't have 10 ribs, have 1 rib. And then maybe put some chips on your plate to fill it up, but fill most of your plate with all vegetables. That's like a really good way to kind of keep your calories in check and to not overeat, because if you feel full from vegetables, you won't get full from other stuff that's maybe not as good.
Bingo. You gotta really watch it, because I remember our 4th of July show last week. I was showing how to do the ribs in the pressure cooker, partly in the Instapot, and then actually grilling them, and they just fall off. And I just showed this great video of me doing that, and then a week later I had a stroke. Watch how you eat, folks. Yeah. I'm making it a fun joke of coincidence right there. That's an amazing thing. It's just doing those portions right there to make sure, because something's just too good. You gotta like. Oh, just, in a barbecue to have seconds or thirds is almost like a social pressure.
Yeah, I definitely would try not to go back for seconds, and really assess your stomach. Listen to your stomach, and, listen to see if you are actually really hungry. Like if you're really hungry for something else. If you feel like you maybe want to eat a little bit more, try to go back for fruit. Try to eat less of like the sugaries, like the cookies and the cake and, the sugary stuff. Try to eat like natural sugary things. So like strawberries or watermelon, because strawberries, even watermelon is just like so filling in itself, because it has all the water. And you also make sure you drink a lot of water on top of eating your food, because that will also make you feel full.
I was just thinking about that too. Is in the back of my mind is the type of drinks you can do with this to help with that. But I think one part is that where people tend to fail themselves is that you see the comment about buffets. Yeah. one of the things is you can tell yourself, I won't do this and this. Well, you're doing it when you don't have the temptations in front of you. When you have the temptations in front of you, it's just too easy to compromise. I mean, one's going to take discipline, but it kind of takes the fun out of the day. But if you think that not having the food takes the fun out of the day, you need to reprioritize things.
Well, also, you can
drinking.
really focus on spending time talking with people and enjoy the company, because that's more of the reason you're there. It's not just for the food. Is to really focus on like enjoying the time you're spending with your friends and your family and things, that portion also. It doesn't have to be all food related.
What if the family's like a really annoying but does amazing food?
Well, okay. So say you have someone who just makes like 20 amazing entrees, like all of this amazing stuff, and you want to eat all of it.
Yes.
What I suggest is take a small scoop of each. So maybe just like a small scoop of everything, so you can taste it.
That's a great way to do it. But I kind of go back to the original questions. What if you have, everybody's got that one relative that no matter what happens, they sit down, the table's having a nice conversation, and then they got to start bringing up politics. And they're usually really, really one direction or the other, big time. But there also can be an amazing cook. So you want to sit there and go for the food, but you got to hear crazy stuff from this direction or that direction. And is the food worth it at that point? Sometimes it is. Sometimes it is.
Sometimes
you just have to go,
sometimes it's comfort. So, in that respect, if the table situation of conversation gets to be very uncomfortable, you can always either try to change the subject, or you can just, leave the room and go to another area and watch TV or go watch sports, or, take yourself out of the situation, because that can be like a really, it's weird to be in that conversation,
Yeah, back in my, I think it was in my early 20s, I had a friend who, his grandma would come over and do an amazing 4th of July barbecue or family barbecue. And I would come over going, oh God, her carne asada and some of her food was just amazing. But she was blunt and had no filter. And I went over there one time, and I'd met her before, and I come over to get the food, and she's just kind of quiet, enjoying it. And she comes over, sits down right in front of me, right out of the kitchen. She's been cooking, but decided to come straight out of the kitchen, sit in front of me. I'm going, oh boy, I got a mouthful of food for me. She's sitting down. Something's going to happen. She sits down and goes, James, tell me something. Are you gay? And I'm going, no. She goes, I don't see you with a girlfriend. You sure you're not? Because I wonder. And I just went, I'll tell you after I get done eating. How about that? She goes, all right. She went back in the kitchen. I finished eating and left. I'm like,
that's a weird
conversation.
A weird conversation to have with a grandmother.
Well, like I said, she has no filter. We've all got friends or relatives or somebody like that you're like, the food, the conversation. But then when it gets that damned awkward, you're just like, yeah, I got to go on a diet anyway.
Well, that's when you're saying right now, you took yourself out of the situation.
Yeah, quite quickly. I'm just like, this ain't worth it. Friends like, dude, you better go, because my grandma's just not going to dig into you, and she's just going to keep drilling. She's got her theory, and she's got to prove it right in front of people. I'm like, see you tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah.
With that, just weird. I don't know how else to phrase it, because there's more than going on, but to make it sound humorous, but it made its point. All right, with that, we've got there's already 6 minutes. We got time for one more subject on summer.
Yeah. So one of the things that I think that people could really have a really fun time with is making a short summer trip and being a tourist in your own hometown.
Yeah.
So when I say that, you know how you hear about people that live in LA, but they've never been to the LA Zoo? It's like, I live in San Diego area and I rarely go to the beach. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, do things that are outside your normal things that you do that are local. So,
Yep.
you know, there's like the Wild Animal Park is just over the hill from us. Like if we wanted to do something different, hey, go to the Wild Animal Park. I could go to Legoland. I could go to SeaWorld. I could go to the beach. I could do something that I don't normally do and make it a different experience that you normally experience in your hometown. Is there a place
Absolutely.
you haven't gone to, James, in your area?
I was just thinking that there's a short list because I live in Coachella Valley. We have a lot of tour. You know, we have a heavy tourism here. I haven't been to the Palm Springs Art Museum in quite a few years, and there's some great exhibits there. Just last time I was there, that let's just say that the people, the patrons, and some of the staff, if it rained, they'd drown because their nose so far in the air. But another great example, the Palm Springs Air Museum is fantastic. I've only been there once. It was outside. I saw the hangars because it was actually a banquet, a awards banquet, and it was back in 2020, early 2021, excuse me. So we had the banquet there, but you can only go in small cahoots groups to go over and get food and come back. We couldn't tour the museum. From what I saw from the hangars, I'm thinking, dude, I'm sitting in front of a P-51 eating dinner, eating steak. That's pretty dang cool. So I've never been to the Palm Springs Air Museum, and day trip here to go look at that at the staycation, just like Joy pointed out right here. Did you already highlight that one right there?
Well, which one?
Staycation, local hotel.
I didn't.
Local hotel or camping nearby. But go to Palm Springs Air Museum or the Palm Springs aerial tramway that leads to top to Mount San Jacinto here in the Coachella Valley. Well, above the Coachella Valley. And I haven't been up there in a while.
Hey.
And, that can be a quick hike, 2-day trip. And I can be top Mount San Jacinto. And by the time I drive 35 minutes over the tramway, go up there, I could be at 8,000 feet in 2 hours.
Yeah. What about, I just looked up things to do in Palm Springs. There's a Wolf Mountain Sanctuary near you?
It's actually toward Julian.
Okay. Oh, it lists it as part of Palm Desert. And isn't there also there's famous houses like Bob Hope lived in Palm Springs, right?
Yes, it's in a house that's overlooks Palm Springs. It's up on the mountain quite a bit.
Yeah.
I remember when Bob Hope used to live there. I don't think that's open for tours.
Okay.
Or Elvis had a house around here, but Living Desert Museum and the Botanical Gardens.
Yeah.
Has a great collection, plus the hiking trails. It's just during summer, a lot of these places are kind of shut down or limited because it's so blazing hot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But mini vacations there. I'm actually doing one tomorrow night. I haven't been able. All I've been doing is work, school, and so I'm taking a little mini vacation. I'm driving out, and I'm going to spend a couple nights out at Cottonwood entrance to Joshua Tree National Park. I'm going to go out there and then shoot out. I'm going to take my truck out tomorrow morning. I'm going to shoot out and do some hiking a couple places. And it's only 35 minutes from my house.
Yeah. So Maya just asked, here, let's see. So she was saying gardens, museums. I love the living garden. And then Maya asked, she says, Dr. Seuss lived around here in San Diego, right? Yeah. So he lived in La Jolla. I don't know if they have the house available for tours,
house.
But I know that I think that I could have sworn that there's a museum that's all Dr. Seuss stuff. And I don't know where, but I've heard something about that. But there's a lot of really amazing things to see in San Diego. If living in San Diego, there's a lot of things to do. I mean, just look at what your local area is and look and see if there's something you haven't done before. And it's something that tourists do. A few years ago for my mom's birthday, we decided to be tourists and we drove to LA and we went to Hollywood. We went to the Chinese Groms Theater and we did a theater tour. We walked along the stars. We went over on Mulholland Drive. We drove that area. We did a whole bunch of things that are just very touristy, but it was so much fun because it was something that we just don't ever think to do because we live in the area. So it definitely You know, we don't live in LA, but it's like we live in Southern California. You know, it's like Southern California touristy thing.
We are fortunate that within some more than others, some a little bit further than others. For me, I'd be one of those people a bit further. But within a reasonable amount of time, say 3.5 hours, I could be at the beach, I could be on top of a mountain, I could be out in the desert, I could be rock climbing, I could be at the Colorado River. We do it's not short trips, but within a short drive, a relatively short drive, being within 3.5 hours mostly, we could be at Disney. We could be all these other places. It's a good variety. It's better than if you live in Kansas. You drive 4 hours, you get to the big city to go grocery shopping.
Yes.
Or 2 hours or whatever. I mean, people that live in South Dakota drive to Denver to go shopping.
Yes, exactly. They totally do. They absolutely. I hear there's lots of people that do that. That is an actual trend.
We know
they
one.
live in South Dakota and they drive all the way to Denver. That's just their thing.
There's a lot of people I know live in like central or eastern Utah. And if they want to get a lot of shopping done, go get Trader Joe's stuff, they're driving 5-6 hours over to Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
And that's where they get the shopping. Some just don't want to go all the way to St. George, but I'm eating dark chocolate granola. It's so good.
I've been eating the zero sugar.
And I'm eating dark chocolate chunks with granola. Dark granola from Rico. All right. It's 11:01.
I know. Well, here, hold on really quick. I want to catch up on these.
Yep.
So Joya is saying it's really true that we do live close to many great things. And then see. Maya says, I want to go to Cave Bookstore in La Jolla. Bookstore oh, really? That's cool.
I've kayaked into those sea caves that place is near.
And see, Maya says, I stayed at the Westin Bonaventure Hotel and it's been in the movies. That was cool. Caroline says, recently I did Annie's Canyon Trail. So.
She also recently did Havasu Falls.
Yeah. I know. Oh my goodness.
I've never been on that trail. I've been near it. I've been by it on the river. I've never been to it hiking Havasu. Actually,
you know what, Caroline, because you're watching, is the actual bottom of that river turquoise? Like, because when you see all the pictures, it looks like it's that bright blue. Is the bottom of the river actually turquoise? Because to me, it makes sense that it would be, because turquoise happens in elements and whatnot.
I'm getting the pronunciation wrong. She's probably going to do, but yes, it is. It's actually, it's the creek. It's not a river that empties into the Colorado River. And because of a lot of the chemicals and the springs, that does make it that turquoise blue. It's the natural chemicals that happen into it. You get the same thing depending on the flow with the Little Colorado River, where it comes into the confluence with the Colorado River and the official start of the Grand Canyon by name.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of getting technical, but James knows. James is like a nerd like that. It's the minerals.
But it's just so cool. Like, that just would be really amazing to see. I just know. I feel like I would love to see that. But anyway.
If you want to hike it, I'll take you. We'll go get permits. But if we're going to do that, I want to go over the North Rim and do Antelope Canyon too.
I don't know. I don't know if I could do that. It's in Arizona, Maya. It's over in the Grand Canyon, isn't it?
Yes.
I think you have
It's actually on the it's not the Wallapai. It might be the Wallapai Reservation. Caroline, can you tell us the name of the reservation?
I thought it was Havasupai.
Havasupai. That's it. Thank you.
Yeah. There's some people, so Caroline's saying some people actually do the tour where they hike from the top of the Grand Canyon, go all the way down to the camp, then they do another hike trip. It's like I heard it's like a 2-day hike to do the whole in and then 2 days out.
You can actually hike. It's actually not hugely difficult to hike down the bottom of the Grand Canyon and back up in a day. You got to be in some good physical shape, but I know many people that have hiked down from Grand Canyon National Park down to Phantom Ranch, Bright Angel Trail, I believe it's called. And I know people that trail run that will hike, that will go and trail run, which is fast walking. Supai Village, thank you, Caroline. That will trail run, which is fast walk reality, rim to rim in a day, rim to rim to rim.
Mhm.
They'll start early in the morning and finish the next morning.
Yeah.
But you can hike down there. In some cases, you can actually fly into the bottom of the Grand Canyon on the Wallapai Reservation.
I probably would fly in. You know why? I think I would probably have a heart attack going down the hills because I am so afraid of heights. Like, I am terrified. Like, driving the area from the back roads from San Diego to Palm Desert, and then that drop off of the road going
I
down.
love it.
It really, like, I try not to give it too much energy, but that actually really kind of freaks me out. I just pay attention to the road.
Every time I drive down to San Diego County, that's the route I take. I'll give you a little thing here. I love it, and I'm afraid of heights. People are amazed when I say that I climb. It scares the crap out of me. I still do it. I just get out of my comfort zone every so often. You have to.
So if I was going to go to the Grand Canyon, literally, if I was going to go to the Grand Canyon and I want to go look at the edge of the Grand Canyon, I would literally have to be on my stomach on the ground to look off because I would be so terrified that I would literally fall into the canyon.
You're in good company with that. Matter of fact, Carolyn is 4 to 5 hours to hike in from Carolyn. Yeah. She has another part. Did you already do that one? Yeah, you did.
I was showing it when you were showing. I didn't.
People hike in and then decide to fly out. Natives have priority to fly out, so you could be waiting for hours to fly out. It depends on which part of the Grand Canyon. The western end is not as developed or as popular as the main part where the national park's on both sides. The Wallapai Reservation and Havasupai Reservation go up to the Colorado River on the south rim part. The north rim still national park. You can take a helicopter down to the western part on the Wallapai Reservation or Wallapai Reservation. I'm probably getting that wrong. And it's an area known as Helicopter Alley where you come in. It's also where the Grand Canyon Skywalk's at. And a lot of people do that to experience the canyon. Me personally, I bleep hate the damn thing. You've got a canyon that's amazing, the silence, then the gifts there. And it's disrupted by a minimum of 200 helicopter flights from John Wayne International Airport in Vegas coming in. It is insane. I've been through it. I'm loaded the river going down from Diamond Creek and heard it. And people go in and just appreciate the silence. But I kid you not, it is airpad after airpad after airpad and I am not understating this, or I'm getting words wrong right now. The fish has been bad this week. I'm not overstating it or what's the word?
Exaggerating.
Thank you. I'm not exaggerating this.
I mean, I get that. I mean, I would think that they would come up with another way to have consistent travel up and down, like say like a skyway.
Oh,
that'd be worse.
No way in hell. That was tried at the confluence of the Colorado River and the Colorado River. That is above the main part, like Phantom Ranch. The Grand Canyon Skywalk. That's actually Navajo land. If I forget the name of the chapter of Navajo Reservation, it is. There is a group, Confluence Partners LLD, out of Scottsdale, that tried to ram that through and make a skywalk down to an area and the confluence of these two rivers in the Grand Canyon is incredibly sacred to many tribes: Hopi, Navajo, Zuni, and several other tribes to that area. And this group's trying to get it through. I'm making a long story really short. Thank God it didn't happen, because that was 10,000 people a day were going to come down to this area where the confluence is at. And there would be markets, amphitheater, whatnot. But it would take in the sacred area that's just so special, it'll never be that way again. If you have the gondola go down the bottom, we destroy what we love. And the Grand Canyon is one of those things that we are loving to death. And it's another example. What the appreciation you have for it Once it's gone, it's gone. There are ways to go down the bottom. There's actually ways to experience it. Diamond Creek is the only dirt road that goes to the bottom of the Grand Canyon that is on. You take it out of Peach Springs. It's out of the Wallapai Reservation. You can drive down there, and you can take the last third of the canyon with the last set of rapids and experience it that way. But sacrificing that silence and that what makes the Grand Canyon so special, so sacred, that you love it to death in that place, and it's gone. Grand Canyon Skywalk's one of those borderline things. It does some good for the tribe, but even the tribe there is very controversial, even now after it's been open for a few years now. By the way, it looks like a giant toilet bowl from the bottom of the canyon.
You know what? I would never go on that either because I would just like flip out. I mean, I couldn't even walk on that.
I would in a heartbeat, but by principle, I'm not going to do it. But there's actually, it's a side canyon, but there's actually a vendor that's been able to come in that res and set it up, and it benefits the tribe's economics. That is the tribe's choice. I am not going to, that's not going to criticize the tribe for that. That is their choice, their right, their land. But you can do a zip line across the side canyon above the actual main chasm of the Grand Canyon. So I think you're going to love it. But then again, once it's gone, it's gone. At what point do you love something to death? Okay, I have enough of my soapbox there.
So anyway, I was just saying, she's like, I'd like to see the Grand Canyon one day. Actually, one time, I think one or a few times, I've actually seen the Grand Canyon in the airplane. And that's pretty cool to see it up that high because you get a chance to see how big it is. I mean, it is huge.
It's 270 miles. And if you can imagine all the side canyons that lead into it, the sheer number over that 270 miles, the actual miles of rims and exposure is mind-boggling. And Maya, I wish you to have the opportunity someday, save up. It's an amazing experience to do. I've got friends that are a couple of that work flight medicine, and they've had to land in Peach Springs, land in other areas, and follow the Grand Canyon. They go at night. They'll text me pictures of it, and I'm like, damn, that's cool. They're flying in the canyon to rescue people. I know some people that do SARS that do that, and it's pretty amazing.
Yep. So anyway, yes. So anyway, we just went off a little bit today.
Yeah, soapbox.
But it was fun. It was fun to kind of go a little bit.
It actually is a good segue into introducing next week's show.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Folks, we're going to warn you now. Svea and I are going to be pre-recording next week's show. I will be out of town with the boat. Next Saturday, so first Saturday of June, is what's called National Trails Day. And the American Hiking Association sponsors this day or encourages people to go out and participate in a conservation or a service project in their local national park, state park, county park, whatever, or go out and enjoy the trails and enjoy the outdoors and learn to appreciate it. Because honestly, the more people that go out and appreciate it and learn about it are more likely to appreciate it and preserve it for the future. And so we're doing next week's show about National Trails Day and Leave No Trace camping, which is surprising for some of you. You might think, well, leave no trace. Yeah, just pick up after yourself. Well, there's actually, I thought that at first when I first heard about it, the program. It's not the case. There's an amazing amount to learn from it. And we'll be talking about that. So you can employ that on your next camping trip, whether it be a county park or you want to go out in a legit backwoods and go camping and learn about that. It's amazing stuff. So we're going to be talking, Svea and I are going to be pre-recording the show in a couple of days. And don't mix next Friday's show, National Trails Day. And if you want to go camping and you want to learn about some camping techniques, like leave no trace, we're covering that. And if we have time, we're going to show some backpacking gear. Could be backpacking this weekend. And kind of introduce you to the sport. Great summer activity. We good?
Yeah.
Yep, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. With that, boy, I'm just wanting me to talk about the city people over San Bernardino and how cityfied they are about the woods. I had one guy that thought it was a bubba. He's like, "You've been around coyotes? They didn't attack you?" I'm like, dude, no. I can't believe how urbanized they are there, San Bernardino and those big cities. It's realization. All right. So with that, Any parting words from either of us here?
Well,
I'm done with my soapbox.
we hope you guys have a really great weekend. Have a good day. Monday, if some of us have off. Dancy Bear will be closed on Monday. So just wanted to kind of mention that really quickly because I would hate for someone to drive all the way to Escondido.
So I can't drive to Dancing Bear this Monday to go pick up half a strand of beads.
No, you may have
Or
to drive
any fabric
back
with the
and drive
pineapple
back
pizza.
again.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm loading up the graphic. It's going to pop up really quick. So we're just going to pause that for a second. You don't have any fabric with the pineapple pizza on it? Folks, when Svea was doing her live yesterday, I got to troll her every so often, and I'll troll her one question, and I'm done. And I asked her if there's any fabric with the pineapple pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Have a great Memorial Day weekend. So, you're not going to say anything inspiring?
Oh. Sarah and inspiring. Well, everyone have a great day, great weekend. Do not eat too much. Try to listen to your stomach. I'm telling you my advice to myself. And it's okay to eat a little bit of it, but don't eat all.
Okay. Can I think out loud with my thoughts too?
Yes.
Don't eat with your taco shells upside down. This coming from the brain damaged EMT medic student.
Okay.
Good night, folks.
Good night.
Good night, folks. Look what I didn't do. There we go. What's happening? I didn't do a kidney update. Aw, ain't he cute? Good night, folks.
Night. Bye.